Jingle jangle, everyone. It's me, Dana, from Dana's Antique Goodies. Welcome on back. Now, you're probably wondering, Dana, are you insane? It's nowhere near Christmas. It's not even Halloween yet. It's only what? Last week's September. But here's the thing. About a week ago, actually, yeah, about a week ago, last Wednesday, I picked up this big guy, as you could see, and I figured that he needed a nice, relaxing, and soothing face wash for all that hard work he does once a year, delivering all those presents to all those good boys and girls, cats and dogs too, and all the other little critters as well. But here's the thing. I like things original. The fact that he has all this dirt and grime and little skiffs and scuffs, whatever you want to call it, on his face goes to show his true age. And then he has the yellowing along his white, like here's a prime example. See this yellowing. And the yellowing within his beard, it probably, at one time all this was probably as white as his mustache, but not no more. But I figured, hey, why not? I'll give his face a little bit of cleanup. As for the rest of him, it's pretty much perfect. His face, I hate to do this because it's original, all the dirt marks and stuff, and I don't even know if half of that will actually come off, but that's what this video is for, to see just that. And I gotta be extra careful, because I believe to say this is glued on, and it's probably pretty old glue. I mean, if you were to throw him in a lake, he'd probably disintegrate, to be honest. It's not as durable as my pumpkin over there. He's from like the 80s. This guy, 60s, 70s. Yeah, I'd say maybe the 70s. I don't know why, but I actually hope that this pink hue he has for his rosy red cheeks and stuff doesn't even come off. That's why I'm using some very watered down Dawn dish detergent. Actually, Ajax. No, Gain. It's a blueberry scented Gain soap. So that I have a Dawn dish soap container that I use to, as a refill. I refill it. All right, move his beard out of the way. I don't know what this is. I know it's a part of his, plastic face. You're not going to see it all with the beard unless you go to pull the beard back. But he has this weird, so here's his lower lip, right? Is this supposed to be his neck? Looks like jaundice. Look at that. It's all discolored and stuff. Nah, that's just a part of the rubber face that you're not supposed to see. That's why the beard's there, I'm guessing. But I like it. I probably won't get down there. I don't know. We'll see. I have, actually, Santa has his, of course it's red, a red washcloth, hand towel on standby to give his face a little bit of a dryness. Because, I want to just let all this water sit on him. Try to be gentle as possible. I believe to say his eyes also look hand-painted on. Very menacing looking for a Santa Claus. But I like it. So see, we have these dirt marks, or scuff marks, I don't even know. Maybe paint splatter, speckles from when he was getting painted in the factory. And just been on there all these years later. So I have a toothbrush. Be nice and gentle. I'd die if, like I said, his pink hue comes off with the touch of this brush, or his eyes start to disappear, as though I was using a Sharpie's Mr. Clean eraser sponge or something. I would die. Not because I paid a whole lot or anything for him, but I genuinely like him. I've been looking for a jumbo-sized stuffed Santa for a very, very, very long time. And I know the most popular stuffed Santas out there is by, I don't even know, Rushton? I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't even know who this guy is made by. He's anonymous. I never actually seen this one before because of how strange and bizarre his face looks. He doesn't even have a butt tag. I tried to do a photo shirt. See, I can't speak. I just hate that. I tried to do a photo search of him on Google photo search, and I could not find him. And all that came up was, you know, the common looking one, the Rushton or whatever it is. And with that being said, I believe to say he's pretty rare. And he's in mint condition. Whoever had him took very good care of him. And I know who I bought him from, but I don't know if those people were his original owners. I just noticed I'm not even facing down at his face for you to see. Sorry. But, I don't even know to say if that was, his original owners or not, but should have asked more questions, I guess, but I was just too happy in the moment when I stumbled across him. Now I'm a little bit weary of going over his brows and stash, and even his eyes for the most part. That's why I just keep circling around here, trying to get all the black off, actually, and anything else that I come across. So I just think if I keep going over it, I'll clean it up, right? Oof. Battery says it's low. Yippee. I'm just trying to clean all this off. I never stumbled upon this one before, and that's kind of the whole reason why I picked them up. And if you're wondering, they were originally asking $50, but said they'd give me a shoot me an offer that I couldn't refuse, or give me a good deal that I couldn't refuse, and that was $45, which is basically just $5 off. And I said, how about $35? He was a little bit hesitant at first, but he's like, all right, consider them yours. I'm like, sweet, awesome, thank you. My exact words. Just keep scrubbing at his nose. He's gonna have a very clean nose, that's for sure. No blackheads on that nose. But yeah, I usually wouldn't do this. I would just leave all the dirt and grime that he originally had from age all on up in his face. But I figured do something a little different. Going very gentle on his eyes. Very afraid right now. Very afraid. Let me actually grab this to soak some of this soap and water up. So I can see it's all going up in there. Looks like we're not doing any damage, thankfully. Not that I don't think the soap would do anything, but I'm afraid the water actually might. Or if the soap was too heavy, so I watered it down. I just spurted some of it in the cup and filled the rest with water. And yes, I know. There's a hair on his nose. Okay, by the eyes. Hopefully my phone don't die. It's at 15%. I'm not gonna rush because of that, but the video suddenly, shuts off. That's why. See, I'm not even going around in circles, just going in an upward brush-like motion. I'm sweating bullets. So I know there's a little chip there by this eye right now. If I were to agitate it enough, I might just start ripping up all the paint. Mustache, just a bit. Is that dirt? Looks like it. Yeah, that is dirt. Ooh, dirty. Let's move that cup over here. Yeah, not even going in a circular like motion like I was on his face. Well, this is his face, I mean like on his skin actually. For his mustache and all that. I'm just gonna go left to right. And yes, I know I'm getting some of his beard hair in there. That's okay. I could use a little bit of a cleanup. Actually, I'm gonna get the cloth. Clean his eyes. I can only hope that I didn't do anything. No. I don't think so. Let me check. Could I check? Okay, I'm at 13%. We're good. Okay. Has some water in his mouth. Go over his mustache at least once more. His beard hair out here would be a miracle. Okay. I think you need a beard trimming, Santa. Keeps getting all up in your mustache. I don't know how you manage to eat any milk and cookies when that's all up in your mouth, you know. I almost said all up in your grill. No, your mouth. Boy, this is hard to do with one hand. But I don't have no fancy camera or tripod or nothing, so it's a one-hand job. I'm not gonna really bother getting into his that weird jaundice-looking part of his, the underneath of his face, his neck, I guess. Okay. See, I'm not going to get up here. I think that's pretty much clean. His brows, just a little bit on the brows. I mean, I got the mustache. You might as well get the brows, too. I have a very worn, soft brush for his face, so I think it'll be good. It's almost like I'm prettying him up. I guess that's basically what I'm doing. Like I said, I believe to say he's pretty clean. I mean, just look at him. I'd say he's overall in great shape. But, yeah. Okay. Let's dry him off. I'd like to know where this random hair keeps popping into place. Come on. Ooh, it's a stubborn one. Put that in the cup. Okay. I know the red fibers are from soup, but anything other than that, I don't know where that came from. I guess his bake's cleaned up just a little bit more, but not quite. Doesn't look really any different than it did, but hey, his mustache obviously was pretty dirty. I don't know if you caught that in the video. It's pretty hard to see versus what I'm seeing in real time, but the suds on his stash were pretty, you know, dusty looking, you know. Brown and gray. Those colors, that dirt-like color. So, ooh, got another random hair. Look at this. It's not even like white or anything, it's black. I don't know where that came from. Hey, I hope he's alright. Alright, well, I'd say he's pretty much clean, wouldn't you? Don't worry, this isn't the last time you'll be seeing him. I'm going to do an overall shot of him next, but for now, because my phone will be dying soon, that's just for now. That's just a taste of what there is to come, you know. Santa got a face clean. Got a face cleaning. Good old face scrubbing. With the toothbrush. How degrading. I guess it's almost like brush your teeth before bed after eating all those milk and cookies. But instead of putting it in his mouth to brush his teeth, because as you can see, he has no teeth. I just need to clean his face instead. But, yeah, that's it for now. See you real soon. Once my phone charges. I'll show you the rest of them. See you soon. Bye-bye. Everyone, it's me, Dana from Dana's Antique Goodies. Welcome on back. It's been about, 6 days later since the making of the previous video with me, I guess you could say giving Santa Claus a much-needed facial. A cleansing of the skin, after 50, 60 years. Well, it's not even like I was going to be uploading that video that night. Today's Saturday, so tomorrow's Sunday night. Maybe even going into the early morning of Monday morning. That's usually when I about do it. 11:30, 12 o'clock. I don't know why I do it at that time, but hey, it's just what I've been doing ever since my first video. So, that being said, it really doesn't matter as to why I'm even giving you an explanation, but I'm going to anyway, because that's just who I am. So, my phone was at 15, 13%, and once it hits about 10%, it dies very quickly. Sometimes the battery, the phone will even just turn off. I have an older phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy 9, which is, pretty old in today's standards, being that there's now, a Samsung 23 and probably soon to be a Samsung Galaxy 24. But hey, if it still runs, works for the most part, besides the battery putzing out like it has been for a while now, I'm still going to continue to use it until the day it just doesn't turn on anymore, But, yeah, my phone's been pretty good to me for the most part. So, let's see. So, yeah, my phone was dying. I was supposed to get back to the video, do a continuation of that video. Show you a full-on view of Mr. St. Nick, besides just his, facial scrubbing, I guess. But the toothbrush, as I said in that video, or little snippet of the video, how degrading. But, now I'm actually going to be showing you him, besides just cleaning his face with the toothbrush. And I actually have some more goodies that we'll be checking out in a bit as well. As to why I'm in a full-on, pumpkin outfit, my, pumpkin PJs. It's, September 30th. 2 more days until October 1st. Can't wait. So, here he is, Santa. As you can see, his face doesn't look much different. He still has these, markings. I guess that's just a permanent thing. And I like it. It adds character. It shows his true age. Because if he was too clean, then he'd look too new. But yeah. This is just, I have some jaundice going on up there, too. Besides, underneath there. But yeah, there was some dirt, as I've said. There's a hair over here. Especially, all over his mustache. Maybe because most of the, dirt and dust that accumulated within his beard got all up into his stash and just kind of stained it. And when I, cleaned it, of course, the water turned a murky looking brown. So I'd say he's a little bit cleaner for the most part. But, yeah, he's all around good shape. Has his little thingamajigger here. If you're wondering why he looks like he's leaning on back, I don't know, like he's been stunned, it's because his neck's actually broken. It needs some more stuffing. So he kind of just falls back. And I believe to say his arms used to go up a little higher too, like this. Like he's what are those things called where you throw you kick the football through the fork? I don't even know. But yeah, it looks like at one time he used to be like that. And then he got really worn out, and now his arms kind of just hang side to side like they are. With that same toothbrush, by the way, dry of course, I combed through his beard, and then I ruffled it all back up with just, my fingers. Because before it looked really, I mean, I guess you could say it still doesn't look much different, but it looks a little bit more natural, I guess. Before it just looked a little bit too mangled. Then I combed it out, I made it all nice and straight, and then I just took my, my bare hands, the hands that God gave me, and I just went all through his beard like so, like imagine, I agitated it, like a hairstylist with some guy that wants the grease through his hair. He wants that like spiky 2000s boy band look, that sort of thing, so to speak. But yeah, that's him. He's just as tall as Mr. Pumpkin over here, and he has a cat now too. The cat I showed you in the video for what I got while I was down in Ocean City. He has a purse, he has a cat. This guy's all set. But yeah, then we got Santa here. They're around the same height. Santa might just be a few inches higher than Mr. Pumpkin because, his pointed head. His little, I don't know, his suit, I don't even know, his hoodie, I guess. There's no zipper or buttons, it's like a slip-on. He has his mittens, his boots, his felted belt, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What does it say? But yeah, the whole reason I didn't get back to the continuation of the main video is because, when I was washing his face, he got some water. Not a whole lot. I was pretty quick with the hand towel to make sure that I wasn't just soaking him. But it's actually pretty dry up here, but I decided to take him down to the basement for at least a full 24 hours. Not that I was going to get mold, or not that he was going to develop any like sort of mold spores, or his fabric was going to disintegrate, nothing like that. But I decided to take him down to the cellar because we have a humidifier, and that just sucks the moisture right out of anything. Not even a whole 24 hours, maybe even just a few hours. But I ended up leaving him down there for like a whole 5 days, just for whatever. And I decided to bring him up, and that's where you get this, the continuation of this video. But he's about 4 foot, 5.5, because of the point on his head. I've been thinking of maybe sending him away to one of those stuffed animal restoration people, so they could cut open the back of his neck and, restuff it, stuff up the top of his little point on his little hoodie. It's not even his head, it's, I guess, his hat. Fix his arms so they go whoop, so he's as solid as steel. So the rest of his body, of course, is fine, but it's just the top half that got really beat up and worn, of course. But yeah, he's my first Santa. My first Santa plush. And of course, it's a big one. Go big or go home, right? And like I said, for the like of me, since I got him, from that day until now, I've been searching and searching and searching the internet, and I just cannot find them. Like I said, the only ones that come up are the ones by that, I don't even know, Rushton dolls or whatever they are. That's about it. He doesn't have a butt tag or nothing. Like he's some sort of rare store display. That's pretty much what all these pretty much are. He's a store display. Well, he was a store display, and so was he, I'm guessing, at some point. I mean, some of the store display plushes and stuff like that will have tags, stickers, but most of these guys don't. And just from doing some simple research, I found out that some of them were. Could have been a carnival prize, but I don't think so. I think he was sitting in some storefront, maybe advertising some of that, you know, sweet, sweet after Christmas discounted candy, you know? It's last minute stocking stuffers. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Santa for you. It's pretty cool. How's it going there, buddy? Fortunately for you, Mr. Saint Nick, you have to go up into the attic. Because it's not Christmas. It's gonna be Halloween time, yeah. So, moving on to the living room here. Got my decorations all set up. None of them are plugged in. Because I was just, you know, pretty much just trying to figure out where to place them before plugging them in and having to rip out the plug and then re-plugging it in, which I don't think anyone really realistically does, but that's just me. But, yeah. Got my decorations all out. Most of them, at least. I got these two guys recently. He was, $29.99 and he was $39.99. So, 30, 40, $70. Not bad. I always liked these, so I finally got them. I got this guy. Okay, so the Santa Claus was from Leesport. So was he. Santa, I don't know if I mentioned, but I only got him for $35. They're asking $50. Then I asked, which I didn't even think they would accept. I'd say more like, well, no, it was $50. Then they said they'd be willing to do $45, which is $5 off. I said, would you be willing to take $35? And then the guy said, yeah, I'll take that, because they're yours, you know, so to speak. And I got this guy for $20. I was going to ask at least $15, but they seem like the type of people that wouldn't budge, so to speak. Like, just really stuck in their ways, so. But, he is hand-painted, handmade, hand-painted. It's vintage, one of a kind. His paint is in really good shape. Paint. The condition of this is in excellent shape, except for this, of course, but that's okay. But the paint, what I'm trying to say, this paint very vibrant. I can't speak, gosh darn it. And as you will follow me into the kitchen here, we got these two guys, which I'm gonna do a video of cleaning them. Everybody likes to see a blow mold cleaning, right? So I got these two guys. And they're from 1991. So the guy was asking, what was it? 25 a piece. Yeah, 25 a piece. So that would have been 50, right? He had so many people come and go because, you know, they're dirty. Apparently, at one time they had lids, but I don't know if many people know that. It's just, I actually even just found out this, that they're just regular run-of-the-mill candy bowls. But no, apparently some of these actually had a lid too that you could pop on, pop off, you know, with the little stem on top and stuff like that. But with how many people were coming and going and passing them up, and, you know, at the end of the day, he's not going to want to go home with them. So I decided to be very brazen and ask, hey, would you consider taking 10 for each, which is $20? And he thought about it. He stood there and he looked at them and he said, all right. And then he said, 20, is it right? And I said, yep. So I got these two for only $20, which I don't think is terrible, right? They're pretty big, pretty spacious. Look at this. Here's my hand. Woo! So I got those two guys for 20. I got the sign for 20. I got Santa for 35, so, I hate doing math. Okay. 35, 45, 55, 65%. This is about $75, right? I believe that's right. I believe to say that's all I got from Leesport and from Homestown. I think all I got was pretzels, which are no longer here because that was weeks ago. I ate those. But I do have some other fun things besides just flea markets. It's this stuff right here I'm going to be going through in just about a minute after I stop yip yapping. That's what I was looking for. Yip yapping. So recently I went to the Bloomsburg Fair. It's a tradition of mine. I go every year. I was just there, Wednesday? Like I said, today's Saturday. So, of course, I came home with lots and lots of stuff. But the cool thing about the fair, a lot of the vendors there also have old stuff. So it's almost like a flea market. Lots of new, lots of handmade things. There's also some of those booths. Not only that, I also have, well, I guess handmade artsy things and all that, like the old-fashioned country style type stuff, like that thing you just kind of see there, which is a candy corn. But there's people that have like some little vintage trinkets and stuff, and you could possibly barter on. So of course I did that. It was only a few bucks, but at least it's better than paying the whole amount, right? Save me a few dollars. But first off, we got this. It's an LED lighted plastic prison cat ghost in a ghost costume with a little jack-o'-lantern candy bucket that I got from a friend of mine the other day. But let's take a look at all this. Let's stop this here so I can position this. Let's see. Oh, all right, back on the air. I don't even know why I do those long pauses at the end of the video. Again, I can't edit, so it's just like dead silence for like, what, a few seconds, and then I go, oh, at the end. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I guess that's what makes my videos unique, right? So, either. Well, so starting off, let's see. The first booth I always seem to flock to is the most expensive, usually. Well, yeah, usually, depending on what I get and how many pieces I get. But so the first thing that caught my eye was this. I just was very drawn to the shape and the colors. Look at that. Ain't that gorgeous? That's a ceramic tree right there. It's supposed to be a Christmas tree, but hey, it's all the trees in different sizes and colors throughout the season, so it's a fall tree. You got your orange, you got your green. I don't know about your blue, but yeah, you got your blue. Grays, whites. Not really any yellows, but hey. But yeah, I like this tree. There was another one too, but this one had the colors that I liked. And I believe to say there was a smaller one, but like I always said, you go big or go home. And that was 20 bucks. Not bad at all. It's like a 2D looking tree look. It's like narrow. It's flat. I like that. That's another thing that drew me to it. And then of course I got yet another thing from that same booth vendor. And yes, it's a man. This is the assembly gun. Can you guess what it is? Nice if I can unwrap it. It's another tree, which appears to be missing one of its things. Either I didn't catch it or what. That's okay. Unless it's in here. Oh, there it is. Guess he stuck it inside for me. There we go. Now we're complete. And I got its base. Boy, you can smell the paint. It's very fresh. We got our tree. We got our star for the tree. And voila. And our bulb, of course, but don't worry about that. But yeah, I always wanted a candy color. Blech. Boy. I feel as though I'm losing some brain cells. Can you tell? Okay. Let's start from the beginning. I always wanted a candy corn colored tree. There we go. I already have a candy corn colored cat, but now I got a tree. And yes, you could buy a candy corn colored tree. It's like almost like a tongue twister to me. Brand new, you know, like, what's it called? Okay. It's about to shut off the video there because I don't know what's about to come out of her mouth. But hey, a lot of things do. A lot of things do. But anyway, so CVS, yeah, could order like those specialty ceramic trees. Boy, I'm getting lost in thought here. Okay, you know, like CVS, and not CVS, the buying channel. Is it CVS? No. CBN? I don't even know. But you know what I'm talking about. Channel where, you know, they advertise a bunch of seasonal things and clothing and jewelry and all those sorts of products. And then you call in to, you know, place your order because they're giving you like a once in a lifetime, you know, like discount or buy two get one free, something like that. Or you could just go on down to your local Boscov's, order online, of course. Online usually works, but anyway, you could get a bigger tree than this, in all those colors, you know, the seasonal ones with the pumpkins and the bats and the stuff on top. I always wanted, like I said, a candy corn colored tree. The reason I went with such a small one is because it was their only one. But here's the thing, I wouldn't want a ginormous ceramic Christmas tree. I actually really like this little one. This little teeny tiny one. It's super cute. And what's small and cute, but it's just way too sugary to actually eat? Candy corn. Reminds me of just a giant pine cone, which is a big pine cone. But as for this tree, it's a small and tiny tree. And I absolutely love it. It's not glazed like the other tree. This one's just dry brushed, and that's another thing I like about it. It almost looks like chalk, like chalkware. Like all the colors are just running down it. You got your white, your orange, your yellow, all the different little colored plastic lights. There was no star in it, but I asked for a star, and she said you could choose between a white and a green star. Of course I'm gonna go white. Why would I go with green? That would throw it way off. And even the stand, it's completely yellow, the base, but it's dry brushed with orange on like the little holly leaves and stuff. But yeah, it's cute. It's petite, and I love it. It's absolutely one of a kind. And for this little baby, this little guy, they were asking 38. I asked if she would take 50 because that tree was 20. This tree would be then 30. She says I do 55, which is what, $3 off, 55. Yeah. And I said sure. There was no tax or anything, so we're golden. And I even got the star. Because if I didn't say anything, I definitely don't think she would have included that. And like I said, here's the base. What was once supposed to be just a generic run-of-the-mill Christmas tree is now just a little itty-bitty candy corn tree. And then after her, there's another lady I go to. I didn't even tell you. The lady, I think it's a lady and her husband, and then there's another lady and her husband. Older people, she hand paints and does all these ceramics and whatnot, and this other lady that has a mixture of both new and old stuff. She hand makes these bag holders for the plastic bags, which I have 2 of from her. My mom has one, I have one. And I found these 2 guys. Originally I was just going to get the one, but when I came across the other one after looking around, I noticed that they were both different. Just gonna go to sniff. Oh, kind of smell like paint. Yeah, I noticed both of them were slightly different, and that's because one cat's on one side and one's on the other. And then the faces on these 2 jack-o'-lanterns are just a little different too. One has a round nose with his eyes not even crossed. I don't even know how you do that. Must be a medical condition. And this guy just looks, well, happy to be alive. So she was asking 4 a piece for the both of them. I asked if she'd do 3 a piece, which would be $6 instead of 8, and she accepted. I don't think three for these is bad, not at all. I really think they're cute. They're flocked. The cats are, at least. They're fuzzy, velvety, and they're vintage. And well, she even has vintage ceramic. She doesn't have a cat, but she has this vintage ceramic. Yeah. It's the other one. I got those. So I saved about $5 so far, but this is where they got me. So, also from another person, but the thing is, last year it was set up just a little differently. This wasn't in those buildings. That's where I got these, in those brick buildings that go one after the other, in and out of. This was from one of the vendors that were within the crowd. You got all the food and the music and stuff like that. Well, it was set up a little differently, where last year it was right over by where the music was and stuff. The stage where they're singing and dancing and playing music. It was kind of over there this time, but not quite like it was last time. And last year it was, I believe to say, well, they were a little younger. I don't even know if they were husband and wife, but it was a lady, and she had a bunch of these, they look old, but they're not old, wood, handmade plushies and little wooden figurines and stuff like that. They look like old-fashioned decoration stuff, but they're really new old. I believe, what was it? I got a pumpkin, a ghost, and a cat. And then at a flea market or an antique store, there was a booth that had this same stuff among all the other vendors there. That had just some of these things that I saw at the Bloomsburg Fair, and there was a gingerbread man that I picked up. But totally redeemed myself. I got myself a candy corn. So there was another one just like this one, and I know that's to make it look old and stuff like this staining. Keep going off to the side, sorry. So I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the item. It's a staining. The other one had a big blotch of it here, and that actually just made it look like it was ruined. Defeated the whole purpose of making it look old and rustic looking. So I went with this one, and then there was another two that were smaller and stubbier, and they didn't have the twine tied around them with this big tag or whatever. It was almost not ribbon, but it was like a twine ribbon wrapped around them. And I was gonna go for this and that, but they were asking the same exact price for the big one and the small one, and it's like, where are they going with that? So I just decided to go with this and not spend any more money. So yeah, I really like this giant candy corn. See, they did a little bit of back surgery on him. So he's, quite tall after all. But yeah, ain't that cool? I just wish it only smelled like candy corn, like that gingerbread man. I wish he smelled like actual ginger, like a gingerbread man, but he didn't. But yeah, and then we got the candy corn. This tag has a crow holding a candy corn. Yeah, there's nothing else on them. I paid actually the price back here, $8.95 for them. For this, I should say, because it's not even anything. It's literally just a candy corn. So about $9, which I guess isn't too bad for what it is, but what would it even went $5? But hey, so you get with price gouging, prices going up. About a few years ago, something like this at the fair would have only costed maybe $5, but $9. I guess that's the $5 that I saved and the other things, and I put into that. So realistically, so if you want to be technical, maybe I'd paid almost just $4 on this then, since I saved $5 on the other 4 things. So like $4 I only had to realistically put into this, because I saved 5, took that 5, put that towards 9, 4. So yeah, about $4 actually, if you want to be technical about it, I guess. But yeah, got this, got those, got these, and that's all she wrote. I keep wanting to play with it. Excuse me, but yeah, that's about it. Got to see Santa, the wooden cutout of the cat, the 2 pumpkin blow mold buckets, my little ceramic trees, the cats, the other blow molds, and candy corn. And that's about it. That's all she wrote. So I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully I redeemed myself. Bye-bye for now. And happy October 1st. Well, I thought this video was over, but apparently it's not, because it's not a traditional video without a good old-fashioned point of view for you to enjoy your experience just a little bit more for what I have to offer. So, as I said before, here's our tree. I love the shape. I love the colors, the patterns. Here's my other little tree. Yoink. Here's its stand. Here's the 2 cats. This one appears to be giving the shifty eyes. Then we got the other one. As I said, they're flocks, so they're fuzzy, soft. Then our giant candy corn, the blow molds, which you already seen. I guess you could say a point of view. The cat I was given by a friend of mine. My display. this guy. And yeah, that's about it. That's all she wrote. So as I said before, enjoy your October 1st and the rest of spooky season, because it's now time. It's time for spooky season. See you in the next video, everyone. Bye-bye. Ah.